come, they will keep joining in. And we will not wait since we have given the time of 7 o'clock. We waited for 5 extra minutes and we'll start with this particular webinar. I am Ruchita Shrivastava. I am a vice principal at Euroschool Whitefield. And with me, I have Miss Priyanshi from Design Quotient Lab and Mr. Parth from Design Quotient Lab, who are looking after this design hackathon. And we are conducting this design hackathon this time online at a pan India level in association with Design Quotient Labs. So they both will be taking you through how this particular competition will unfold, how this will take place, how it is going to benefit the students, and what are the pre-preparation before the competitions. So this is the basic agenda to brief you about how the competition will be taking place on second and third, since it is an online mode, how pre-preparation material will be giving to the students, uh, and how the students will participate in this particular competition. Uh, if you have any questions, we'll take it from you towards the end. We'll keep asking one by one, and hopefully all your questions would be answered. So over to you, Mr. Parth. We can start with the presentation.
Sir, you are muted.
Apologies. I was saying good evening, everyone. I'm Parth, and I'm the DH lead here, and I'll talk about what DH has to offer for the students and the role that parents can also play in this seminar and in this competition. So this is the seventh edition of Design Hackathon, actually, and I want you all to understand this as an innovation and design hackathon where students get hands-on experience on how to actually build something from scratch. So I'll go through the website and we'll sort of walk through how and what the design hackathon entails and what are the benefits from it as well. Yes, can everyone see my screen?
Yes, Parth.
Yes. Okay, so the design hackathon is this opportunity where 2 days online on 2nd and 3rd of August, where there'll be teams of either one member or five members. So there'll be you can make teams of one, two, three, four, or five people, and all of them will be tasked with identifying a problem that they have to work towards. So what I mean by that is, usually in a hackathon, you're given a problem statement and you're supposed to solve that within a given time frame. In this, you will choose the problem that you want to work towards, validate that problem, and then solve it and then pitch it to the panel of judges. So, where DH25 makes a difference is where in a usual hackathon, you're just put into that competitive environment and you're expected to figure it out yourself. Whereas in DH25, we've tried the idea of mentorship and guidance throughout our seven editions, and it's worked to give better solutions and to give plausible solutions rather than doing it for the sake of competition and doing it for the sake of an event. So this mentorship and guidance will be throughout the processes, where a step-by-step process with design thinking, empathy, and AI tools will be at the forefront, which means that throughout each of the sectors in the event, there'll be six total sessions across the 2 days, and each of them will have mentorship and guidance for the students so that they know what they're doing when they're doing it. And these will be from design experts to talk about design thinking methodology and everything that is important for them to take decisions with. So the total cash prize for this event is 3 lakh INR, which is each category. There are six categories as you can see here. So there'll be school students from class 8 to 10 competing in one category. There'll be school students competing from class 11 to 12 in one category. They both will be marked individually. UG and PG students will also be marked as a separate category. Teachers and principal in another category. Homemakers and family teams in another category, and professionals and startup founders in another category. So what I mean by homemakers and families is that if you want to sort of make a team with the mother, father, the child, and maybe a sibling, the four of you can form a team and do this hackathon together, and you will be counted in the family team. Similarly, with the professional and startup founders, we've opened it up to other founders and people who are already working towards their business to sort of help them also win the competition in a separate category. So all of these will be marked separately, and we'll get into the judging criterias of these also very soon. So the event timings are from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on both the days. So Saturday and Sunday, it will go on from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And here's the breakdown of it. So the inaugural session will happen from 10 a.m. to 10:35 a.m. This will be the keynote speech and the announcement of the theme and the theme briefing and some Q&A that some people might have there. And then we'll start with the step one, which is the problem identification and validation. Like I had mentioned before, all the participants will be requested to choose a problem that they are willing to solve in any of the sectors possible, as long as it matches the theme of empathy, design thinking, and the themes that will be explained in the keynote speech. After that, we'll be using traditional methods to find problems as well as AI tools to find the problems. Now, these AI tools will be taught to the students when they're working towards it. So, 10:35 to 1 p.m., that entire section will be happening. Once a problem has been selected, discover and listen at least three key insights, three case studies for that problem, methods for understanding the stakeholders of that problem, a persona creation of who are the people who are facing the problem and who are the people working towards a solution towards that problem, empathizing with the users using traditional methods as well as AI tools. So again, in this process also, we will be working towards seeing how deep we can get into the problem, trying to find the root cause of it. And this will happen from 1:35 a.m. to 4 p.m. Between the first session and the second session, there will be a lunch break. Next will be the step three, which is our ideation and the validation part of it. So we'll generate at least 30 different ideas for that one problem that we have targeted. So we want the idea of this is to basically refine and choose the best possible solution for the problem that we'll be identifying. And each of these will be different for each participant because their problem will also be different. So we'll be shortlisting three for refinement and validation, and then your idea generation and the process with the industry examples will also begin with this. So again, you will be using AI tools for this and the framework for idea validation and shortlisting for further refinement. Now, day two will start again at 10 a.m. This day will end at 6 p.m. From 4 to 6 p.m. it will end. Now, day two, step four is the documentation and the presentation part of it. So everybody will create 5 slides of Canva, and they'll be deciding on the content using AI tools to refine the content and using AI to generate the final concepts that will be presented. So the steps of it will also be discussed in detail, and I would reiterate that each of these steps have further steps within them. So let's say step one of just problem identification, there'll be step 1.1, which will guide the student in a certain direction. Then step 1.2 to be the next one to follow, 1.3, 1.3.1, and so on. So that procedure will be followed throughout so that everybody is working towards a more structured method of giving solution to a problem that they've gained. So coming back to step four is the documentation and the presentation part of it. So once they've discussed the steps in detail, then they'll be answering participants with specific queries. Teams will continue working on their individual projects, which is the problem that they're solving. Finally, they'll create 1 minute video where each team member should be able to create it in a prescribed format that will be explained, where you learn the art of storytelling, and again, you'll be using AI tools to see what kind of script will work best, the voiceover and audio and video syncing. And what you'll be basically doing is creating that one master 1 minute video where you will be able to promote that and get your votes, views, and ratings according to that. So that one video will basically explain the problem that you're solving as well as how you're solving it, and that will be your main video that you'll be working towards for the 6 steps that have been explained in the 2 day process. So there are several reasons why one should participate in DH. Before we get into what's written on the website, for students, this is the best practical exposure to AI tools and design thinking. So students will be given the exposure by design experts and by AI tool experts on how they can leverage AI rather than depending on it or being replaced by it, how they can leverage AI to bring out the best of the solutions that they can. Another thing is that guided mentorship and step-by-step process has really helped students in the past 7 years to come out with solutions that have been better than this. And in other hackathons, we've often noticed that the same participants who have gone there, we've seen that they've not been able to get the same value that they get at DH25. Another thing is that this hackathon imbibes innovation and problem solving skills, because out of all the problems you'll have, just coming up with 30 different solutions and evaluating which one works best is a huge problem solving skill that they'll all develop throughout the 2 days. And this is a portfolio worthy experience. So what we're also expecting out of this entire process is that if your child is to make a resume after this, or is already has a resume and would like to add something to it, this is the best way to build their portfolio, to add that 1 minute video to tell them, to tell an employer, or to tell a peer that this is something that they're severely working towards. And we've also noticed that in the previous editions, after the people who have won the competition have also been the ones that are still pursuing these ideas and the solutions that they've made. So from this simple hackathon where they find a problem and find a solution to it, they've also built legitimate startups also that have come out of this program. So here are a few reasons that I've been stating. Let's just go through them once more. Empathy driven insight, which is through our specially curated sessions, you learn to see the world through the eyes of others. And this is when a problem is actually identified and the root cause of it is solved, and not just the surface level of it. Because nowadays, in that entire startup culture, it has become very easy to find a solution first and then talk to the people who might be facing that problem. This is a problem oriented solution journey that we'll be following, where once a problem has been identified, all the gaps that might be overlooked will be fixed in this process. Design thinking workshop, design quotient labs is their name, and design thinking is one of the primary motives of helping students understand the process of innovation and the methodology that empowers them to craft solutions as well, not just creative but effective and user centric. Next is the AI toolkits. What we'll be working with is that everybody should be comfortable with using an AI tool for whatever they want to do in the future as well. So this process has helped them in the entire guided session that they'll have. They'll know on how to analyze vast amounts of data, spot trends, and accelerate that solution building process. Next, this is a great opportunity for networking, because in the when the finalists do come together and watching each other's presentations, you might just find someone who's working towards a similar problem or has a similar solution to a different problem. And just networking with someone that is in that same space has helped our students become better at their solution processes as well. And of course, it's a safe and inclusive digital environment, and online safety is a priority. So everybody, this event is happening pan India across several schools, colleges, institutions, corporates, and our main idea is to get people from varied backgrounds, because when varied backgrounds from different ideologies come, that's when we've seen that the best scope of those 2 days have been achieved. So let's go through the judging criteria also. So the first level of the screening will be through the relevance to the theme, innovativeness of the idea, overall presentation, and the design thinking methodology that's followed. That's what DTM stands for here. And the total likes, shares, and comments that they receive on their promotional video. Second level screening parameters are innovation and creativity, impact and relevance, feasibility and practicality, scalability and sustainability, and user experience and accessibility. So all of these 10 screening parameters will be used to evaluate whether an idea is plausible for the final selection and for the ultimate prize as well. So getting back to our cash prize as well, it's 3 lakhs in total. Each of the category winners, a category winner can get first place as 10K as an award. Second place, for example, a school student team that has come first place in class 8 to 10 category will get 10,000 rupees. Class 11 to 12 will also get 10,000 rupees. All the first places across all the categories will get 10K. Below, second place in each of the categories will get 5,000, and third place will get 3,000. Another thing in class 8 to 10 is that that's not the only category that we have. So there are actually 9 total categories, where class 8 to 10 will have 2 subcategories. One will be for the tangible products and two will be for intangible services. So there are several categories even within that. So we've known that when identifying a problem, a solution may not always have a product that comes out of it. It might also be a service. So there are two separate categories which will also be awarded 10K, 10K, 5K, 5K, 3K, 3K each. So class 8 to 10 will have the intangible services category as well, and the tangible products, wherein one you provide a software as a service, platform as a service, or just anything that is not a tangible product. And in this one it will be all about the tangible productness. So school students from class 8 to 10 will have these two subcategories, 11 to 12 will have these subcategories, and college students will also have these subcategories. What you see on my right side is the fee for one participant, fee for two participants, fee for three, fee for four, and fee for five participants. So teams of any amount of members can be made as long as they belong to the same team category. So these are some of, so I will share the link of this website as well on the chat so that you can look at it in your free time. So the past DH events, the 7 editions that I was talking about before, the ideas that have won before, and the award ceremonies can all be found in this section of the website. Priyanshi, can you take over the pre-preparation details that you wanted to share?
Yeah, sure. Just a moment. Yes. Hi everyone. I'm Priyanshi from DQ Labs. So as Parth mentioned, he's covered all the details of the hackathon. Now, before DH starts, since this is a mentor guided process, we also have a training toolkit of sorts that you will be receiving around 7 to 10 days before the hackathon itself. So in this, you will have independent training modules. There are two things. There's one online YouTube live session that will be conducted by the trainer, and those same videos will be available for you to watch even if you miss the live session. So definitely you're welcome to join the live session, but just in case you're not able to watch it at that time, you will be able to watch the YouTube recorded sessions. And on the days of the event, all the participants will get a toolkit which will have all the resources that they need for the event, which includes all online resources and online platforms that they will need to use for the 2 days. And these are all free platforms and tools that are available and which will be consolidated together as a DH toolkit. So these two resources will be available for students at all times. And even on the 2 days, we have mentors and a helpline team who will be constantly there to help the students with any queries. So we have a huge team of people taking care of the helpline desk, and as well as design and industry mentors who will be helping you with the ideas and solutions, etc. So it's a very mentor guided process, and that's what makes us very unique. Usually you're just thrown into a competition, but here we'll have a step-by-step guidance. So anybody can participate with no prior background required. And we will discuss each and every step that you would require to do. And it's broken down to step 1.1, step 1.2, and so on as well. So yes, that's on
Another
the
another
prior.
thing that I did want to add before we move on to the questions is that 10,000 rupees is awarded to the best participant of that category, and an overall category winner has also been given. So across the 6 to 9 categories that I've listed out, the best idea out of all of them will be given 50,000 rupees in total. So you will not only get the first place of that category of 10,000, you'll also get an additional 50,000 as well. If there are any questions regarding the structure, regarding the format, any questions, you can ask them now, either in the chat box or you can unmute and ask.
Yeah. Ms. Priyanshi, will you please explain how are we going to culminate that particular event on 30th of August?
Yeah, sure. So we have the grand culmination ceremony on 30th August for Design Hackathon. This will be held at Euro Whitefield premises itself. It's going to be like a career fair. So we are going to have lots of colleges and industry experts come in, apart from the award ceremony, of course. We will be announcing the results to the winners a week or two in prior so that they would know and they would be able to come. But this is open for all participants, not just winners. As we would like the participants to come and take advantage of the career fair. A lot of colleges are going to be there, and they're going to have industry experts who will be giving insights into different career opportunities and sharing their experiences. And this is going to span across different colleges, like colleges for design, colleges for business, colleges for law, and even psychology and other courses. So it's going to be a whole day of workshops and seminars in Whitefield. So we would love for all of you to join, irrespective of who wins the competition, because at the end of the day, we're just trying to learn here and provide the exposure to the students.
Yeah, thank you, Priyanshi. Parth, if we are done with the presentation, Priyanshi ma'am, if we are done with the presentation, I would request those who have joined, if you have any question, they can type in the chat box, Priyanshi ma'am. They can raise the hand.
Yeah, sure. Either chat box or raise their hand. Anything is fine, ma'am.
Okay, if anyone of you have any doubt, so this is the process which has been explained.
Yeah, hey, my name is Krishna. Can I ask?
Yes,
Yes,
please
sir.
go ahead.
So we understand the two-day event, and a lot of, I mean, almost all the action is happening on that day. But is there any prep that needs to be done between now and those 2 days? And will there be any guidance, like these are the steps and material that you need to go through and come prepared with the idea, whatnot, right? Could you please guide through? That's one.
Yes.
Second is, will there be any food arrangements on those 2 days, or should we go back home and come back? Is the second question.
Yeah, so I'll answer the first question. We will be having an online YouTube training. It'll be a YouTube live, and the link will be shared with all the participants. That will happen 10 days prior to the event. And in case you missed the live, the recorded session of the YouTube live will also be available on the YouTube channel. So both these links will be shared with you, and the students will get an insight into what all is required for the event. They don't have to prepare any idea in advance. We'll be helping them understand tools that they need to use. For example, we'll be using Canva, ChatGPT, and a lot of other online tools. So in the training, they will get a step-by-step guide on how to use ChatGPT, how to use Canva, and all other AI tools that are required for the event. So that is the only preparation that is required, which is attending the training. All the generation of ideas, identifying problems, all of that will happen on the days of the event, on the days of the competition. The reason is that the theme of the problems will be announced on that day. So once the theme is announced, we will be going ahead with the step-by-step process. On the day of the competitions, the students will get a DH toolkit, which is a design hackathon toolkit that will have the step-by-step process that they need to take, which will include step 1.1, step 1.2, and so on. So I hope that answers the first question. Coming to the second question, the 2-day event is an online pan-India event. So students will not be attending from school, they'll be attending from their home itself. And that's why the food arrangements are not required. For the career fair on 30th August, there will be food stalls available and you can purchase the food from there.
Thank you, Ma. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. So someone has asked in the group how many days is this going to span over, and Parth has answered that dates of the event are going to be 2nd and 3rd August. And another question is any pre-requirement for lab like hardware or some specific software? No, so that will not be required. Yes, the students require their laptop, so a device is required, and they'll be able to use all these websites. All the websites that we will be giving are free resources, so they can easily access it. So that won't be a problem.
Priyanshi ma'am, when the student would be using Canva, you will be giving them that sort of a resource. They don't have to purchase any license or nothing like that, right, ma'am?
No. It's a free tool. They'll just using the free features of Canva itself, they'll be able to answer all the questions and they'll be able to
Answer.
make the video. Yeah.
Done. Okay, if we have any other question, there was one more thing which has come in chat. Okay, this was the answer of Parth.
Themes will be somebody has asked when will the themes be shared. Themes will be shared on the day of the hackathon itself. We don't want the students to come prepared beforehand. It's going to be on the day of the hackathon, and we'll guide them on how they need to research. So in the step 1 process itself, they will be given time to research the problem, list down the problems, identify the best problem that they can come up with a solution for. So all of these things will be done on the 2 days itself. The training is only for the purpose of introducing them to the softwares or the websites that will be used. Websites and apps that will be used, all of them will be free.
Hello, ma'am. This is Ashu.
Yes.
So, regarding the softwares, will you please tell earlier, like which software we require, or same day you will explain like they require Canva and other AI softwares because
Yes.
they need to create at least account for free also, right?
Yes.
Like
So
you're
on
using
the day
Gemini,
of
Canva.
yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am. So
that was my question.
around 7 to 10 days prior of the event itself, we'll
Okay.
have the training. In that training, all the websites required will be mentioned, so they will
That
be
you
able
will
to make an
disclose.
account and keep it ready.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
thanks, ma'am.
Yeah.
Any other question, parents, students? No. Looks like Priyanshi ma'am. Thank you very much for your time, everyone. And please don't be worried. Priyanshi, Parth, we all will be together guiding the students, and we have our team also with us, Miss Ashu, Miss Tripti, Miss Divya. All the ICT teachers will be involved in this particular competition, and students will be thoroughly guided. In case they would be having any confusion, they will connect with us. And please keep checking the Web Genie for the later updates. And thank you, everyone. This session has been recorded, sir. And we'll be sharing the recording in few days with the parents also. That's why we have recorded this particular session. Okay. Thank you, everyone. We'll close this. Thank you, Priyanshi. Thank you, Parth, for your time.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank
you,
ma'am, for
everyone, for
organizing
joining.
this. Thank you, everyone,
Thank
for
you.
joining.
Thank you, ma'am.